What's up, beautiful people? Listen, welcome to the channel. Today we have Candace Owens on slavery, the details they don't teach you in school. Candace Owens, politics, Rubin report. Awesome. I'm excited to check this one out. Let's check it out.
Look back at your ancestors. Look back at your grandparents. Look back at what they did, what they lived through, the seeds that they planted so that you can afford to be in the circumstance that you are in today. If you are a Black American and you are breathing in the United States today, you are the luckiest, among the luckiest of Black people that have ever lived anywhere on the face of the planet. That is an incredible statement. All of human history, the luckiest Black people that have ever lived on the face of the human planet are the ones that are living and breathing in America today, okay? If you understand that, and you should understand it by simply saying, where would you like to live in Africa? For all that hoopla about, they took us from Africa, find me a Black American that will tell you they want to move back to Africa. I will, listen, right now.
Or Europe. Why?
I'll book the flights for them, right? For any person that says we were stolen from our ancestors, I, Candace Owens, am pledging that I will book the flights if you renounce your U.S. citizenship for you to go live back in Africa.
Thank you.
All right, so speaking of books, I don't have a copy of Blackout here because the galleys have not arrived yet.
They have not arrived.
The galleys are on the way. I know that a lot of what we discussed here, obviously, is what Blackout is about. But what maybe did I miss, or should we hit on, or whatever else?
You know, so Blackout for me, I really wanted to first and foremost lay out my personal story. There's been a lot of conjecture about where I came from, how I became conservative. Is she a fraudulent conservative? And all of that craziness, because people don't realize that I just was apolitical, if anything else. Like,
so to be clear, you're not some sort of secret agent.
No, remember, you really have been there through all of it.
I've been there since the beginning.
I mean, the YouTubers, like, digesting my entire life, saying, like, she must be a plant, like, I mean, a Soros plant. I'm like, I've never even voted. Like, I literally, prior to getting into things, I genuinely just was not politically inclined. And I just thought I had to be a Democrat and thought I had to be a liberal. And, you know, looking in the retrospect, I realized how foolish that is. You know, that I didn't realize that everything that bad happened in my life was really routed to bad policies and bad politicians. But I wanted to first lay out just my personal story. You know, the subtitle of the book is How Black America Can Make Its Second Escape from the Democrat Plantations. And I do believe, I say this all the time, people get upset, that Black Americans are still enslaved today, that the left just got smarter and they realize that you can't enslave people, their bodies. You can't have Black Americans on the plantation anymore, but you can still have Black Americans doing all of the work for you and reaping no benefit. And that is a structure that we see today between Black America and the Democrat Party. We are doing all of the work, we carry them over the finish line, and we benefit not in one single way. And so I really kind of lay out that argument and talk about what slave life was really like, the breakdown of family, why it was necessary for families to be broken down, to trade, constantly be trading slaves from one plantation to the next. They could have no feelings for one another. Frederick Douglass, in his autobiography, the first couple of pages, he starts talking about his life as a slave. He talks about the fact that when his mother died, he felt nothing. When his sisters were traded, he felt nothing. He had no sense of kinship, no familial love for his own blood. That was necessary to the institution of slavery. We still have that kinship and that relationship in that community still broken down all of these years later, despite the Reconstruction era post-slavery, which we saw Black American families getting back together. We were doing something. It's all been wiped away.
At a higher rate, by the way, until about 72 or so.
Yeah, in the 1950s, Black Americans were outpacing whites in terms of economic growth. And then immediately following, you know, the 1960s and the Great Society Act and the systemic oppression, which started via the welfare system, everything started falling apart. Reading, another topic, going back to slavery. Black Americans, it was illegal for Black Americans to learn how to read. In fact, it was so illegal that if you were a white person, you were taught and you were caught teaching your slave to read, you would be found guilty too. It was a serious sin. The reason for that is because they didn't want Black people being educated, because an educated mind can't be enslaved. Well, what's changed? Look at the illiteracy rates in Black America today. Look at Baltimore. Look at the inner cities. Look at, we're in California. California, 70% of Black boys could not pass a basic literacy exam. Nobody is talking about that. you have politicians that are standing on stage saying that all they care about is Black Americans. They're not talking about everything that is harming Black Americans today, everything that is recreating the very same plantations that we came from.
Did you catch that brilliant line that Bernie had in one of the debates, which is he's not only so pro-marijuana that he wants it to be legal, but he also wants to have black business owners owning black marijuana shops in black communities.
I did not catch that.
And again,
line.
I say this as someone that's pro legalizing weed,
Right.
but like we're going to incentivize black people to own black marijuana shops in black communities. That
Right, and that's why I don't celebrate, by the way, why I am conservative on the marijuana front is because when you talk about where this is happening, Chicago, I think, just passed marijuana laws. It is to me, I know it's going to lead to more dysfunction, amongst Black America first and foremost, because that's how it always is. It's what is it about progressive policies that always leads to progressive results for the Black community first and foremost, and so I am loath to be smart enough to see the debate between alcohol and marijuana, so that I can't firmly say no to marijuana. But I have a thinking brain, and I just don't see how conservatives can make a sound argument against it at the moment.
What else has to happen for the black community to break? I'm going to guess, although I don't have the book yet, that at the end you either make some predictions or you tell people what tools they need to really break out of this.
Yeah, it's not even about making predictions, and I have my own personal predictions, but I definitely am not doing that in the book. I'm giving Black Americans a guide. I'm giving Black Americans an option. The same option that I saw before me when I started waking up, and I'm having this conversation with you. You can have the option to accept this victim narrative, right? You can have the option to say, I accept this diagnosis of cancer, even though I feel fine, walk fine, and have been living fine my entire life. I accept that it's terminal illness, and I'm going to live like I'm going to die any moment. Or you can develop a different perspective, and you can develop a victor mentality, as I say. Forget the victim mentality, develop a victor mentality. Look back at your ancestors. Look back at your grandparents. Look back at what they did, what they lived through, the seeds that they planted, so that you can afford to be in the circumstance that you are in today. If you are a Black American and you are breathing in the United States today, you are the luckiest among the luckiest of Black people that have ever lived anywhere on the face of the planet. That is an incredible statement. All of human history, the luckiest Black people that have ever lived on the face of the human planet are the ones that are living and breathing in America today, okay? If you understand that, and you should understand it by simply saying, where would you like to live in Africa? For all that hoopla about, they took us from Africa, find me a Black American that will tell you they want to move back to Africa. I will, listen, right now.
Or Europe. Why is it no?
I'll book the flights for them, right?
Exactly.
For any person that says we were stolen from our ancestors, Candace Owens, am pledging that I will book the flights if you renounce your U.S. citizenship for you to go live back in Africa.
You want to cap this at maybe at 10 people,
Nope.
just in case people are punking you?
There's none. We did the same craziness with the Trump. I hate America. Everyone offered them money and flights. I think you might have. Don Peter might have. Nobody took the bait, right? Because they know America is the greatest place they could possibly live. And
you know what? If someone takes you up on this, I'll guarantee one first-class upgrade.
No one would.
That's amazing.
I will do that.
There we go, right here.
I will do that.
One first-class upgrade to go to America, but you have to renounce your citizenship to America and move to Africa. If that's really what you want to do.
Exactly. I stand with Candace Owens on this because, listen, we still have modern day slavery, and it's telling a lot, especially on the black people, because they don't want you guys to go to school, and y'all are falling for the bait. You're falling for those things that you're taking the bait. Those things they want you guys to do, that's what you keep doing. And of course, like I keep saying, Black Americans, y'all don't even know that your guys are lucky. Thank God Candace Owens just pointed that out. You guys don't know that you're lucky. You keep complaining, oh, we're being treated as slaves, or we're not being treated nicely, we are oppressed. Go back to your ancestors in Africa and tell them that, and say, okay, you are denouncing your American citizenship and you're going back to Africa. Nobody would do that. No Black American would do that. You guys don't even know the freedom you have. Like, come on. You guys don't even know what you have. Many people are dying to have this freedom you guys have, the opportunity you guys have in America. Honestly, if you do, you will not be complaining. But of course, the saying goes that people don't know the value of what they have until they lose it. I'm waiting for that American or that Black American that would say, oh, they're moving back to Africa, they're moving to their ancestors or to the whole home of their ancestors. They're denouncing their American citizenship. I'm waiting for that person, because of course no one would do that. But of course, all you want to do is trash talk how America, trash talk how your life in America is. Come on, what's wrong with you? Quit complaining and improve something for yourself, or improve something and do something better about yourself, or for yourself. Do something better about your life. Y'all don't even know how lucky you are at all. You guys don't even know. But of course, you guys don't know the value of what you have. That's why you keep complaining and stuff and all. It's so sad that a lot of Black Americans don't go to school. That's so sad. But I don't know when they will get out of this victim attitude or victim side of the story. But eventually, the day they do, that is when they know that they've conquered and they are actually a true victor. But all the same, I'd love to hear your thoughts on the comment down below. I love Candace's perspective on this. Honestly, I used to view Black Americans as quite intelligent people that know what they want and always standing for something beautiful and unique. But it's interesting to know that they have quite few people who do that, and the rest I don't know. But yeah, Candace, thank you so much for this. Thank you for sharing your perspective on this, because you are truly a beautiful person, and you're very intelligent, and I really respect you for that. I respect your opinions, I respect what you stand for, your values. And it's quite interesting to see that we still have people like you, or we still have people that look like you, who still appreciate what they have, especially in the United States of America. Good job, Candace. All right, guys, so let me know what your thoughts are in the comment down below. I would love to hear from you. What do you think about this video? What do you think about this topic? Yeah, you can share more useful information in the comment down below, and until next time, see you in the next video.